Alrighty, welcome to Black Magic Forkery. This week's videos are brought to you by the like button. It reached out to me and told me it gets lonely sometimes, but you can solve that loneliness by giving it a simple click, and it'll be very happy. So let's start off with number 19. Magnet meets CRTV. Wait, have we gotten past the point where magnets affect displays? Because I remember this being a thing. My mom would always be like, no, you can't hold that magnet too close to my computer monitor. And I was like, what'll happen if I do it? And then at school once I had a magnet and I was like, I wonder what happens, because this was before I could look up a video on the internet. And I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't do that. I'm gonna break the screen. So I got very scared of putting magnets too close to displays after that. But I don't know, with like a phone screen now at this point, do magnets not affect it? Because dude, magnets, that's what they would do. So this is a sandfall. I've never seen a sandfall before. So it's a very, very dry and unpleasant version of a waterfall. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere, and Anakin Skywalker would absolutely hate this. He'd be very upset if he saw this video. Don't let him see it. It's very cool, but how does it... What's causing it to keep flowing? Is the cliffside eroding underneath it, and therefore the sand that's on top is falling down? Because I'm very confused how the sand is actively flowing off of it. Like, does this keep going? Or is this kind of a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence that they just happen to capture on camera? I'm very confused. Or can I go to this place and just watch the sand fall, which is then replenished by the sand rain, aka sandstorms, and the cycle continues. You know, you've all heard about the water cycle, but what you haven't heard about is the sand cycle. That's what we've seen before, so we'll move on to mini thunders. I assume that means that we need... No. So you mean lightning. That's lightning. I'm like hovering my mouse over it because I'm like, well, if it's mini thunders, there's got to be sound associated. I think we might have seen this, but I need to have a public service announcement. Lightning is the visual, thunder is the sound. I don't know why we have two different names for the visual and the sound when it is all kind of the same phenomena. But even so, thunder requires audio. It's a pet peeve of mine. Old silver knife. Okay. Are you about to sharpen the thing? You gonna reforge it? Is it... What? This is the strangest thing I think I've ever witnessed in my... What the hell just happened? The knife just took a poop. Brand new sentence. Has a knife ever taken a poop before? What the heck? I guess, you know, if you had something real spicy the night before, it could feel like pooping knives, but I never thought that would be literal. What is that? I don't know what it looks like. Poop. Why is there poop inside of a knife that expels when it gets hot? Time to incinerate all my knives in the hopes that this happens. When you burn steel wool, it gets heavier. Okay, so it starts at 27.28 grams, and then it's going down, and oh, now it's going up. Okay, so my hypothesis here, it doesn't seem all that crazy that this could happen. It means that, well, obviously combustion is reacting with the air, and so there's probably something about the steel wool material that oxidizes, and so it actually combines with some of the matter in the air, probably the oxygen, and forms a new compound. As a result, there is more matter now that's part of the solid steel wool that's being affected by gravity, and therefore it weighs more. That makes sense? I think I got it. When you don't move it, it turns to liquid. Dude, it's like the slime stuff that you'd make in elementary school. Oh, I love that stuff. This is so satisfying. This is oddly satisfying. As the top comment says, it's a non-Newtonian fluid. At rest, it is liquid but solidifies under any kind of force or impact. I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works at all, but it's really cool. Imagine having this as like a weapon or something. About to get in a fight. You pull out your little liquid there, and the person has no idea what's about to hit them. They're like, what are you gonna do, throw water on me? And then you're like, boom, and you throw a rock at them. I want to see this take place in, say, a TV show or something. Will it spin? Is this, I'm assuming that this looks kind of dangerous. I'd be a little bit worried about just, swirling a bunch of boiling hot fluid. I don't know if it's water or if it's oil, but I'm assuming that the surface of the pan is coated in a substance that is phobic to whatever that liquid is, which if it's water, it's a hydrophobic coating or something like that. And so when you swirl it around, that's kind of the path of least resistance for the fluid to take. Assuming that it's water. I guess if it was water, it'd probably be boiling. So maybe it's oil or something like that. Vegetable oil. I don't know, dude. I don't cook enough to be able to identify what that is. It's cool, though. But oil burns are no joke. Physics. I feel like physics... That's impressive. Not what I was expecting going into this, but wow. Yeah, I feel like physics could be the title for pretty much every post here on this subreddit. Kind of all of them having to do with some kind of physics. But see, does that must require perfect timing though. You must have to let the ball go at like just the exact right moment, because you let it go too early and it's probably just kind of bobble around within the water going down and then filling back up. You let it go too late and the ball's just gonna float to the surface at whatever speed. But you let it go at the perfect time, which this guy has obviously practiced this on a regular basis, and just boom, stick in the water. What the? I knew the end of that stick looked weird. Oh my God. Wait, were you holding the octopus out of the water? I guess an octopus can be out of the water for a short period of time, right? They do occasionally like crawl on land for a little bit. Anyway, octopi or octopuses, because I guess that's valid. They're cool, dude. I hope it wasn't too scared. Indoor bowl witchcraft. Is this extreme bocce ball? Wait, hold on. Do they play it on like an uneven surface, or is it perfectly level? And this dude just spun the ball so hard that he was able to curve. I did not realize that there was televised bocce ball, and you know what? Kudos. I hope it makes it to the Olympics. Because we have curling in Winter Olympics. It's only fair that this is also in the Summer Olympics. Maybe it is, and I'm just not aware because it doesn't get coverage or something like that. But there's got to be, I'm sure there's like a really niche following for this, though, of people who are just so dedicated, and they go to events like this and watch them with like super, super involved outfits and stuff, and are like big into lawn bowling. I'd actually make a good YouTube video, like going to a lawn bowling tournament and kind of, interviewing people who are there. I'm not good at that sort of thing, but someone else on YouTube should do it who's good at that sort of, stand-up improv interviewing. Waterproof survival matches. Honestly, that just looks like a miniature flare. If somebody asked, like, hey, can you go get the matches? And, like, you came back with a box of flares looking like that, you'd be like, I asked for matches. We're not stranded in the wilderness. Why did you get the flares? So, I don't know. I feel like this takes it a step further, but it's still cool. It's still impressive that it's able to, keep lit when you put it in water, but I feel like, I don't know, there's more to it than just a bit of wood burning there. It's a bit more complex and probably a little bit more expensive to get a box of these. Amazing Invisible Man costume. Horrendous Hocus Pocus. I believe we've seen this one before as well. I can't remember if it was on this subreddit or not, but it's like, so the guy is, I'm pretty sure, behind the outfit. Obviously black is a very slimming color, and so therefore, even though you have the full depth of a body behind the pants in front, it's less apparent, especially when you look at it from this angle. I bet if you looked at it from the side, it would appear to be a very a very deep man. The pants go very, very far back, and you're not entirely sure why. But, you know, I could execute this pretty well, because I'm 4 feet tall. So if you put this whole rig on me, I would appear to be normal height. Whereas you take any other person of a particular height and you do this, they're going to look just way too tall, and it's going to be way too obvious. But people would look at me and they'd be like, there's no way someone would be that short under there. So it's got to just be an invisible man. When magicians use the Force in public. Okay, so we have a bag with the order in it. Cool, he's taking out the components of his order. That bag is like far too pristine. That bag does not look like it came from the restaurant. It looks like it was prepackaged. Because that is the most pristine brown bag I've ever stitched. Perfect folds, and I happen to think it might be part of the trick. Also, I mean, it could all be a setup. This could be in a soundstage or something, or at the very least, like, everyone here is kind of in on it. Nice. I don't know. I feel like that's not so much black magic forkery, because it's not. That didn't look like sleight of hand so much as like there's obviously external props involved, but they're just thin enough or unobtrusive enough to not be able to be caught on camera. Guiding a paper plane. Wait, how's he doing that? Let's how do? I'm very confused. Is he using the paper as like a fan? But it's not. It's like the paper airplane has a mind of it's sentient, and it's able to. It feels comfortable being on top of this piece of paper. Okay, this is way too complex for you to be presenting this to a classroom full of children. This should be a university lecture demonstration, okay? Because I don't understand what's going on here. How does the paper airplane keep going? There's no such thing as perpetual motion. This is like breaking the laws of physics. I'm just gonna let this one exist and fool me, and I'm not even gonna look at the comments because I have to go to a different page, and I'm just gonna allow myself to be mystified. Whereas all those 5-year-olds in there, they understand exactly what's going on. They're smarter than me. And the most black magic forkery of the last month is what? Oh, you can do the thing where you have either an animation. It's probably going to be an animation. I know we've seen something similar to this before. Yeah. I just don't know if it was on the subreddit or if it's something that I saw just when I was browsing Reddit on my own, because I have seen various versions of this done. I have no idea how you actually plan this out. I'm sure that there's some way that you probably work backwards, right? Like you draw each frame individually within the lines that you're going to use after the fact. And then from there, it's like you work your way backwards. I don't know. It's a lot of effort either way. So, Mr. Coxey, pretty cool stuff right there. That's it for the last month of Black Magic Forkery, though. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Once again, a message from our sponsor, the like button, letting you know it could use some company. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And if you want to watch more Black Magic Forkery, there's a playlist in the description. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.